Hey, thanks very much. And Chaos, welcome back. Um, Ahead of this one, your opponent Pereira, he said he has 43 weird moves to show you in this fight. I imagine you don't plan on giving him a chance to show nearly that many, but what are you expecting from him? Because his style is, to put it lightly, pretty out there.
Hey, ain't no telling, man. You know it's a fight, man. I'm just about to adapt to whatever he give me. Like I say, for everybody, he make a mistake, he got to pay.
I know it's cliche, but you're a guy who finishes fights. He's a guy who finishes fights. It feels like there's no way this one goes the distance. Is that kind of the feeling you have going in?
Definitely, man. That's definitely the feeling that I have going in, man. It's my way. He out of there first round. But if not, I feel like he gonna come in a little bit smarter. So I might just have to ground him out, punish him all 3 rounds.
And you said in an interview recently that your last opponent, Abdul Razak Al Hassan, was actually more dangerous than Pereira. So I know you're not looking past him, but what about Pereira makes him any less dangerous?
I mean, you answer that question. I mean, think about it. When you compare both of them two, you got Razak. 10 first round knockouts. 2 losses. I mean, the resume speak for itself.
Fair enough. And last one for me, you're one of the fighters who in 2020 has had a really solid year inside the cage. What's been the key to success, especially with everything going on that could be a huge distraction, but obviously hasn't been for you?
Man, just my mindset, my work ethic, and just God just keeping me strong, man, through it all.
All right. Well, best of luck this Saturday.
Thank you.
We'll take our next set of questions from Nolan King with USA Today.
Hey, Chaos. Appreciate the time, man. I know your last fight was your second fight, and you got knockouts in both of them. But I felt like the last fight really put you over for the fans. It got you a lot of buzz. Have you felt that the difference coming into this fight, that maybe there's more eyeballs on this one?
Definitely, man. I was a co-main event my last fight, and I shined, and I took advantage of the opportunity when it was presented in an extraordinary way. And now, I got a gamed opponent, another seasoned opponent, and it's just I'm about to shine again.
You talked about his style. Did you have to do anything different to prepare for somebody that's going to be doing backflips and all sorts of weird stuff off the cage, or do you just try to focus on what you're supposed to go out there and do?
I just focus on what I'm about to go out there and do. I adapt to whichever fighter I'm in there with. And this guy, I just gotta do me. That's really it. Just do me. Go have some fun out there, and like I always say, man, just go test that chin out.
When you get in there, is it something that you're keeping mindful to not get distracted with all of his flashy strikes, or do you think that that's not going to be something that phases you no matter what?
Something that's not gonna phase me no matter what. I'm one of the most mentally strong people for a fact, and it's nothing that I can't handle.
And I know we've only seen in the UFC quick glimpses of you, but for maybe people that haven't seen you go past the minute mark in a fight, how much is there that we haven't seen on the other side of that minute?
Man, it's a lot. I'm a well-rounded fighter. I'm only getting better every day, and one of these days, maybe Saturday, hey, the world get to witness a little bit more.
Awesome, man. Appreciate the time.
Thank you.
We'll take our next set of questions from Sumik Data with Sportskeeda.
Hey Chaos, hope you're doing well.
Yep, pretty good.
So when this fight was first announced, everyone got excited because stylistically, both you and Michel Pereira are very fancy fighters. And given your impressive run in the UFC so far, is it safe to assume that we're about to witness another quick fight this weekend?
Man, I'm not I really can't speak on the future, but hopefully so. Hopefully so, man. I know I put the work in, and I just know that it's a fight. I know it's a fight. At the end of the day, like I said, he come in here doing all that crazy stuff. He got to pay, and in a brutal way.
And speaking of this weekend, your opponent, of course, has also got a lot of attention with his performances so far. What was your reaction when this fight was first announced, and what do you think of him as an opponent?
I mean, I feel like it's him as an opponent. I think he just like anybody else, man. He a human being. He in my way. That's how I look at everybody. You in my way. If you sign that contract, you feel like you can beat me. I'm gonna show you otherwise.
All right. I also got to ask you this. The main event for this week is a welterweight fight, and you rising through that division. Do you have any predictions for Wonderboy versus Geoff Neal?
No, sir.
All right, fair enough. Last question for me. You're still relatively quite early in your UFC career, but you've made a lot of noise with your winning run. Heading into the new year, what would your goals be for 2021?
Well, finish this year off great. Have a great Christmas off Buddy Chin. And relax a little bit, probably a couple weeks, and then just get right back into the gym, man. One of my teammates, he about to fight January 23rd, so I got to get back to helping Joaquin as well in the gym. So I'll be right back to it.
All right, I wish you all the best for this fight. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll take our next set of questions from Damon Martin with MMA Fighting.
Hey, Chaos. Kind of playing off an earlier question about, showing more of your skills. Obviously, you can't predict you're going to get a pair of, 30-second knockouts to start your UFC career. But is there any part of you that almost hopes you go, deep in the first round, deep in the second round, just to show, you have more weapons than just that, that quick knockout power?
I mean, not really, man. I'm really just getting started. This is only the beginning for real. So, I mean, if I can go ahead and get it over with in a minute and 30 seconds and 20 seconds, why not? Down the line, I'm gonna have those wars. But right now, if I can get it over with soon, why not?
When you talk to the greatest, knockout punchers of all time, they always say they don't look for the knockout; it just comes to you. Has it been that way for you these past couple of fights? You're not out there seeking it, but it's just kind of worked out that way.
Definitely, I agree. Definitely, that's definitely how it is, man. I go in there and I just take advantage of the opportunities when the opportunity presented. I go in there and I'm like a sniper.
A lot has been made about, Michel Pereira, his kind of crazy, wild style. But, a lot of times, that crazy, wild style is flashy and it's good to look at, but it can also put you in some compromising positions. You kind of get yourself out of position and kind of sticking to the basics always seems to work. You feel like that's a big part of this, is just not really paying attention to the flash and flare and just kind of sticking to what got you here.
Definitely, man. Definitely. Like I said, it's a fight. I'm going to just keep it simple. Just keep it simple, man. Fundamentals.
And when you have two really brutal knockouts like you did in your first two fights in the UFC, immediately the expectations start. What's he going to do this time? Can you do it again? Those kind of things. How have you handled that, and how do you prepare for that in a fight, knowing that everyone's watching, kind of like Joaquin Buckley, getting that viral knockout, and then immediately, what's he going to do next? And Joaquin went out there, did his work, still got a great knockout, but didn't seem to let it affect him. Is it kind of the same thing with you here?
Yeah, man, it's never no pressure on me. All I got to do is just go out there and win. That's the main focus, just go out there and win. That's really it.
And last one for me, so much gets made about when you start a win streak in the UFC, and you're on a much longer win streak than just the UFC, but when you start picking up these high-profile wins, is making the rise up the rankings. In terms of balancing in your head where you're at, coming out of this fight, do you feel like this is a fight that's going to get you toward those fights? Or does that even matter to you right now?
Excuse me, what was the question again? The last part about
in terms of getting in the rankings.
Oh man, no man, it's gonna happen. It's inevitable. So it's really no rush.
Thanks, Chaos.
Yeah.
We'll take our next set of questions from Cody Cruz with For the Win podcast.
Hey, Chaos, how you doing? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Good to talk to you. Thank you for your time.
No problem.
You're one of the hottest prospects of the year, but so far we've seen you only less than a minute in the octagon, like a colleague said before. Is this a fight where if we go 3 rounds, what new aspects could we see from you?
Man, just you can see man, that my gas tank stay on full for one. For two, just how I handle adversity if that happens. But just so much more, man. Y'all just gotta wait and see come Saturday.
Fair enough. In all of your fights, including this one, You have taken only a month's notice and to prepare for the fight. How long would you ideally need to prepare for a fight properly?
I mean, really, I'm always ready. Like I said, when you stay ready, you don't got to get ready. So when they call me for 2 weeks, when they call me for 3 weeks, and anything like that, I'm always ready. But I say ideal. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. 2 weeks or better. I mean, But as I continue to progress in this sport, continuing to get them top 15 or top 20 guys, or top 10, of course I'm gonna need a little bit more time. But I really don't know, man. I just stay in shape, stay ready.
And regarding how often are you fighting right now? How many times would you like to fight in 2021?
And it just all depends on how the fight goes, how my body goes. I always listen to my body, but if I continue to knock people out, shoot, I'll fight every month if possible.
Absolutely. Final question from me. Is there anything you would like to say in this time of the year to the fans? This is the last event of the year. This is going to be probably the last public address that you'll have through the company. So if you want to share some holiday greetings with the fans, that would be amazing.
I would just say to everybody, keep your head up, stay safe out here. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you, sir. Best of luck on your fight.
Thank you.
We'll take our last set of questions from Gabriel Gonzalez with K-Side Press.
Hey, Chaos. I just had one final question. When you've had quick finishes like these, 30 seconds your last two fights, when you go back to the gym, how do you gauge your growth as a fighter? Because obviously there's not a lot to go back and study that you actually got to put into practice.
True. But I just continue to just get better, man. I could feel it. When you in the gym every day and you working on technical stuff, and you putting it into the toolbox. Like I know what's going on. I know myself. I know when I'm getting better. Even though I went out there and I got it over in 30 seconds, and I'm right back in the gym. I'm not out of shape. So, hey. The work always will speak for itself in the end.
Hey, thank you and good luck.
Thank you.
That's all we have for you today, Chaos. Thank you.
Yeah.